Hello from Jonathan and from me. Welcome to the programme.
First, heartbreak for the families of the latest British soldiers killed in Afghanistan.
As the bodies of two soldiers who died last week arrived back in the UK, the MOD named the first British casualty of 2010.
Private Robert Hayes died while on foot patrol in Helmand province on Sunday afternoon. He was just 19. Today, his family from Burwell in Cambridgeshire said he died doing a job he loved. Well, Anglia Tonight's Emma Baker joins us now from the village of Burwell. Emma.
Yes, good evening, Jonathan. Private Robert Hayes spent his childhood growing up here in Burwell in Cambridgeshire, and he had a childhood dream to become a soldier. But tonight, friends and family and the community here in this village are tonight mourning the loss of their loved one. He was just 19 years old, and I'm told he had worked so hard to become a soldier, but yet he was to end up paying the ultimate sacrifice, as so many here in this village have done before him. Tonight, friends and family and people here are remembering the first British soldier to die in Afghanistan in 2010. This is a village that remembers those who have died in war. Today, Burwell has another name to add to its memorial: Private Robert Hayes. He was killed on foot patrol in the Helmand province of Afghanistan on Sunday. He was 19 and serving with the 1st Battalion, the Royal Anglian Regiment. What did you think when you just heard that?
Well, you're shocked, aren't you? You're just shocked, and you just think, oh dear. It's a shame, because we just heard that he's only been out there a short time.
Yeah, I believe he's only 19.
What did you think when you heard the news?
Well, I said to her, 19, he's got his whole life ahead of him. I felt terrible.
Robert had been in the army for just over a year. Those who knew him say he was fulfilling a childhood ambition. Before going on tour, he'd given his local pub landlord this photo to put up in his honour.
We've kind of watched him over the last 2 years, talk about it, go through training, come back on visits and get fit, pass out, and every time he was really excited about what he was doing and really enthusiastic. Just to know that you won't see him again, it just doesn't seem right.
Robert Hayes was a former pupil here at Bottisham Village College, just a few miles away from Burwell. In a statement, the college has described him as a fun, lively and popular student, very much a team player who will be sadly missed by all who knew him. 60 miles away from Burwell and another community in mourning. 100 people set off from Desborough in Northamptonshire to witness the homecoming of 19-year-old Aidan Howell. He was killed in Afghanistan on the 28th of December. His town football club organised a coach to make the 2-hour trip to the Wiltshire town of Wootton Bassett this morning. Why are you going down to Wootton Bassett today?
To pay our respects to Aidan, because he's a Desborough lad, and just because we feel we should be there.
Just want to show our support and show him that we were proud of him and just thank him, basically.
He'd never have an enemy or anything like that. He'd want to be friends with everyone. It's just so hard, really.
Aidan's body was flown into RAF Lynham around midday. As his cortege passed through Wootton Bassett, his loved ones watched on in grief, some wearing the Leeds United strip in memory of his favourite team. The body of 23-year-old David Watson was also flown home today. A bomb disposal expert with 3-3 Engineer Regiment based at Wimbish near Saffron Walden, he was killed on New Year's Eve. All 3 young men gave their lives fighting many miles from home. Tonight they leave behind 3 communities determined to honour their sacrifice.
Another sad story. Well, Emma, we've just seen those 2 soldiers flown home. Tell us about further tributes that have been paid to Private Hayes.
Yes, well, tributes have been flooding in all day. One particularly moving tribute by Robert's girlfriend, which she's written on his Facebook page, in which she says, "Robbie, I don't know what to say. I've written to you almost every day since you left, but I never imagined I would be writing to you like this. I'm honoured to have been able to know you and love you. You have made me so happy. You will forever be in my heart." So one particularly moving tribute there. No doubt more tributes will be coming in the next few days as people try to come to terms with this latest loss.
Emma, thank you for that. Well, meanwhile, video footage of angry scenes at a homecoming parade for soldiers in Luton has been played in court today. 7 Muslim men, seen here arriving at Luton Magistrates' Court yesterday, are alleged to have used threatening and abusive words or behaviour at the parade for the Royal Anglian Regiment last March. Today, the judge watched a video compiled by Bedfordshire Police of the angry confrontation between the Muslim protesters and passers-by. The men allegedly told the soldiers to burn in hell and branded them murderers. All 7 deny the charges. The trial continues.
Right, in other news, more snow fell across the region today, but there are warnings of heavier falls tonight and tomorrow.
Shops reported people beginning to stock up for an enforced stay indoors, with cat litter high on the list of purchases. Apparently it's good for gritting paths.
Some things didn't know. Well, some schools were shut because of heating problems, and the National Grid reported demand for gas was up by 30%. In a minute, we'll be talking to Neil Bradford about one council which has admitted it's running short of salt, and Amanda will be outside with the very latest forecast. But first, here's Malcolm Robertson.
A reassuring sight as winter's chill took hold again. This was just the lift they were looking for. The arrival at King's Lynn docks of a ship carrying 1,600 tonnes of salt for the region's roads. With the cold weather showing no sign of abating, evidence that the major road network will at least remain open. While various parts of Britain have suffered severe conditions, we in the east have been spared those, for the moment at least. This school at Corpusty in Norfolk was one of several closed today. Its heating wasn't working. So an extra day's Christmas holiday for the 100 or so youngsters who should have gone back today.
It's annoying because I kind of want to be with my friends and everything who don't live in the village, but at the same time it's kind of nice to stay in my pyjamas in front of the sofa and the telly and everything, so I don't know, I don't really mind.
Normally, most years we don't get a lot of snow, it's just like slush, kind of sludgy. It's not very nice at all, and you can't do sledging and you can't make snowball fights, so it's a bit boring.
With the National Grid reporting a 30% increase in gas consumption in the past few days, it's a busy time for the Bacton terminal in Norfolk, which can supply 17 million homes in the UK and Europe. The East of England Ambulance Service is urging people to only call 999 when it really is an emergency, and is advising the stocking up of essential medication needed for traditional ailments at this time of year. Shoppers are reporting a surge in panic buying. Asda say there's been a big increase in demand for essential items for winter.
People panic buy when there's snow on the ground, isn't there? So, I mean, milk, bread, essentials, everybody does.
So you're not surprised to hear people are...
No, I'm not surprised the shelves are empty either. I think people are stockpiling because of the snow.
This was just about the only indication of a snowplough in our region today, but we may see more sign of them in the days ahead. Conditions that might be really testing for a lot of people, but there are those not too unhappy at the prospect of more bad weather.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Malcolm Robertson, Anglia News.
Well, they're having fun. It's the west of the Anglia region. That's where the heaviest snowfalls are due to arrive first. And our reporter Neil Bradford is in Milton Keynes for us now. Neil, what's the weather looking like? I can see cows, but no snow.
Yes, well, it's a famous saying, red concrete cows at night, shepherds... anyway, something like that. But no sign of any snow here at the moment. This was the scene elsewhere in the country earlier today. Pretty awful conditions everywhere but the east of England. It's expected to arrive here soon, with Milton Keynes being one of the worst affected areas. Within the last hour, the snow has arrived in Buckingham, some 15 to 20 miles from here, so it could be arriving anytime soon.
So, Neil, what actually is the situation with regards to the gritting this evening?
Well, here in Milton Keynes, the council has 11 gritters on the roads, all equipped with snowplows. Now, they're concentrating on the priority routes. Now, in Milton Keynes, that's roads like this one, the H3, part of the grid network of roads. They say they should have enough salt to last until the weekend if they only do the priority roads. Central Bedfordshire and Bedford Borough Council say they are prioritising A and B routes as well until more supplies arrive. In Suffolk, the gritters are out again tonight and in the early hours of the morning. Similar story in Essex, where they're gritting more than 1,800 miles of the county's main routes. But if this weather continues, then it's the same story of salt supplies running low.
Oh dear. Neil, thank you very much indeed for that. Let's get